Yo, what's up? This your man Gerard B. Hey, Black Monday might have been yesterday. Ha. But yeah, today, Mo, they made that decision. We knew it was coming. We knew it was coming. Kliff and Joe Whitt out of there, seconds apart. I respect them for putting up them reports like minutes apart, and chilled from all the rumor mills. But after that trash 5-12 season, bro, a bottom five defense, a bottom third offense, bro. Hey, man, good riddance, bro. Good riddance, man. Hey, wipe your hands. We tried. You know what I'm saying? DQ is like this year 3 coming up for me. I ain't about to lose my job like that, man. But listen, man, we also gonna dive into this raw reaction from this purge, but the beginning of the purge. You feel me? This is the beginning of the purge, and then we also gonna talk about, you know what I'm saying, the 31 player list that we got as far as these free agents, man. We're gonna call it a kill list because we got to go through it. You know what I'm saying? My man Rio, I see he live right now on it. I think he been live since about 12:15. I ain't no way I'm gonna jump on this immediately. I got set things up and everything like that, man. But it's the first time we live on the channel since I got the new equipment. Everything buzzing around, looking great, man. Let me know if y'all can hear me in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Get active in the chat because I'm definitely gonna be active with you, man. Because we keeping it all the way 100. Hit that subscribe, hit that like, share this joint up, man. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's talk about. Let's start off with KK. Let's start off with KK. All right. So with KK, let me pull up my little notes because I have made copious notes, Mo. I made copious notes, man, because I thought, shoot, it might be important to have this information for y'all, man. Shout out JP Finley as well. You know what I'm saying? My guy. Appreciate him for doing his job. Because when he do his job, he make my job hella easy. Let me find my situation. 1 second, bro. 1 second. 1 second, bro. All right, there we go. Boom. Wrong joint. All right, there we go. All right. So boom, JP Finley, he jumps off the top. Let me just start off the top by saying Kliff Kingsbury had flashes with the squad, bro. Okay? That wasn't the issue, right? He had flashes with the squad. All right. So then, when you think about it, whoa, what's all this extra feedback I'm getting, bro? Might be on that. But all I'm saying is, we saw year one JD, right? Fire. It was fire, right? We saw some things we ain't necessarily like, but we wasn't calling that out. We wasn't gonna call it out. We was not gonna call that out, right? And we're gonna talk about some of those things that we ain't like, and it showed its ugly head in 2025, right? I'm talking about with the injuries, man. It exposed a lot of things, bro. And I'm, saving grace. Year one, JD was the savior. He was basically covering up all them holes. And now you got year 2, he wasn't available, and you get to see the limitations in some of the coordinator. You know what I'm saying? And that coordinator, if you want the offensive side. Same thing with the defense for real. You know what I'm saying? With the lack of talent, it shows a deficiency in the coordinators when you have a lack of talent. Same thing. Right? So, with KK, right? I think when my man JP put this joint up on Twitter here, and it was pretty insightful. I'm gonna get right to it. Some interesting 2025 moments with KK, DQ, and AP. Okay. All right. So August 15th, right before the season started. Y'all remember this when Terry was going through his contract drama. Kliff hit him with the Terry need to be on the grass. You know what I'm saying? Get your ass in line, basically. You know what I'm saying? I need him out there. We ain't doing what we need to do. And that really went against all the narratives that DQ was putting out there, AP was putting out there of a positive vibe. KK came out and said, nah, it ain't always beautiful out here. These wide receivers ain't really doing the work. We really need, okay, and we all appreciated him for saying that. We really need Terry McLaurin out there. But that went against the grain, right? That went against the grain of the brotherhood, okay? You saw DQ and AP all hugged up. Brotherhood, They looking out for one another. They know their jobs is aligned. These coordinators' jobs was not aligned to DQs and APs. They are a result of them, okay? November 2nd, Okay, we in a game against Seattle, right? He had a run pass option call while we was down 30 versus Seattle. You remember that? Remember that injury to Jaden Daniels? Yeah. It was that play. RPO joint. Think about that for a second. Very interesting play call to actually run that play down 30. All right. Very interesting. I mean, you just put the franchise in jeopardy, my boy. What else can I say? December 7th, right? We out here playing Minnesota. 3 straight passes from the uh from the 2-yard line, right? I remember this. Yup. 3 straight passes from the 2-yard line. It was a good drive we had too. Good drive we had. But it didn't end up in no points. It didn't end up in no points. And then they throttled us from there, you know. No QB runs for JD all game. And then that's when he got hurt on the interception later on in that game. When he was trying to fight for us to get back in the joint. Because you down. Now you exerting extra mojo. Extra mojo. Okay. So, and we already know about this last 2 starts with Josh Johnson. It looked completely different. The offense looked completely different than how it looked with Marcus Mariota, as well as with Jaden Daniels. That man was under center probably 65-70% of the time, right? And I've been screaming for that. That's one thing I've been always wanting Kliff to do with JD was put him under center. Okay, we all know, we all football enthusiasts. We all know when you run that play action fake, if you running out the shotgun, the ball is never hidden from the defense, so they never got to stop. That linebacker just continue flowing the way he's going. That safety is going to still react the way he was going to react. If you got to tuck that football and show your ball skills, your ball handling skills, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now you got Bama's out here second guessing themselves. Okay, so go ahead and put in the chat how you feel about KK no longer being here, man. So I had pulled up a lot of different reports that was going around surrounding this, man, and it was interesting to know, okay, that they're saying, like on Bleacher Report, that Kliff Kingsbury departure is seen as a strategic move for both sides, okay? One, because he's already drawn interest, right, from head coaching positions, and they thinking he probably just gonna go back to Arizona and reunite with Kyler Murray, right? They saying that relationship gotten a little better over the time, okay? So that's where he might end up going. All right, yeah. But I'm just saying, it's a lot of head coaching opportunities available for the guy. So handle your business, KK. We knew it was a matter of time before you was out of here, okay? So hit me in the chat, y'all. Who is your dream offensive coordinator? I'm going to go ahead and write it in here, and I want y'all to let me know, man. Who is your dream offensive coordinator? You know what I'm saying? We're going to find out. We're going to make a little list of these dudes for another video another time, man. Like, definitely interested in knowing who is your dream offensive coordinators. Now let's talk about Joe Whitt. Let's talk about Joe Whitt, DQ man, his ace bone coon. All right. Now with Joe Whitt, let me show my levels. Yeah, we got with Joe Whitt. Oh man, like that's your man. All right. But we already know the right one's on the wall. There's reports out there saying, man, they've been looking for defensive coordinators. They've been like doing the research on his replacement for weeks, which really mean months. You know, so you might be able to keep him as a defensive. Some people thought, hey, we might be able to keep him as a defensive backs coach. Nah, that was a cool thought. I said that yesterday. That was a cool thought. That was just me being a good friend. But this is the NFL. This is not about friendships. So, boom, Joe Whitt got the axe. Okay, so now, the fans' reactions. We like bet. We already like get him out of here. His scheme was a little dated. He wasn't necessarily utilizing what he had, or granted, the talent we had wasn't it. We know that, but You still was thinking it up, bro, when it came to play calling, and you know that as well, dog. You know what I'm saying? So y'all already know. Joe Whitt, they've been asking for Joe Whitt to get fired. The fan base been asking for Joe Whitt to be fired for a long, long, long time, man. And they just ain't want to make a scene. So they waited to the end of the season, let him get his checks, right? Let him continue to work with the players and develop, da 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 da. And we'll see. We will see. Now, this is the interesting thing, man. This is the interesting thing. Now you gotta think about year one again, right? Well, year one, he came in, he became the head coach. I'm talking about Dan Quinn. Then he had to go get his coordinators. Okay. Then they built out the draft classes and stuff like that, and the free agent classes with the help of the coordinators. Well, this year it's a little different because he kind of hit the ground running with that, and I see they trying to continue that same urgency, if you will, that same level of urgency when it comes to this, which is good because listen, man, the best coordinators go quick. Okay. But I need y'all to have already done your due diligence on some of these guys. And so also put in the chat, who was your dream defensive coordinator? You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? I don't think we're gonna bring anybody in from our own staffs. I think they gonna allow the due diligence to take its place. Yeah, and truly go through and see, hey, who is the best defensive coordinator available? Who is the best offensive coordinator available to elevate the franchise? Right? Who is going to elevate JD so that JD can elevate us? Who going to elevate the defense, right? So the defense can support the offense, and we can play complementary football finally. That's the question. So in the chat, let me know, man. Who was your dream coordinators? All right, let me know that. I'm real curious about your dream offensive coordinator, as well as, your dream defensive coordinator. I need to see both of them. I need to see them both. All right, I need them both in the chat. Put them in the chat right now, and we're gonna come back around and check them out. Hey, but if you're new here, locked in with Gerard BTV, hit that like, hit that subscribe, man. We here. And it's not Black Monday, but Bama's got fired today. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't laughing at nobody getting fired because that's a tough thing to swallow, bro. When the NFL tough business, man. It ain't for the weak. It ain't for the weak. All right. So, like I said, I ain't gonna hold you forever. And I definitely want to get y'all to this kill list joint because man, I'm hella interested now. Like, cause you're thinking about it, the coordinators is gone. So a lot of these player relationships, that's dead. That's dead, Mo. You feel me? Like you're not you're not getting that off no more, right? You're not getting that off. Oh yeah, we friends and whatnot. We got a great relationship, a great rapport. Nah, now we out here looking like, okay, what players out of these 31 players we keeping? Let y'all look at this list, man. This list hella long. 31 names, man. And I'm gonna keep it real high level for y'all. Debo, only if he's cheap, bro. 17. 17 or less, man. 17 or less for Debo. And I don't count nobody pockets, okay? Von Miller gonna have to take a team-friendly deal if he want to be back, right? B-Wags, I'm sorry, bro. I love B-Wags, and I think they may bring B-Wags back, but I think they'll bring back Von Miller before they bring back B-Wags. And the only reason why is because it's situational. Pass rusher is easier to have on the roster than the situational middle linebacker, okay? Tressway, no question. Bring him back. Elite punter, bro, right? So basically what I'm telling you is, man, we need to gut the veteran. All these vets, we need to gut that, right? Reload it with youth, right? Get this purge set up, man, for us to become contenders, man. That's the goal. That's the ultimate goal, right? That is the ultimate goal when it comes to what we trying to do, man. That's really it. That is it. That is all my peoples. You know what I'm saying? So on another, on another note with the kill list, you got $90 million in cap space. So who is you really keeping out here for real? You know what I'm saying? Because I keep telling you, the wide receiver room needs a facelift. It needs talent infusion. It needs some loving. Okay, the tight end room needs some loving. We need to start in tight end. Need some loving. Okay. Your Jacob Martins, yeah, bro, you here. You can stay here. I like Jacob Martin. That's like what he was showing me. Zach Ertz, unfortunately, you're going to retire. I saw some reports saying my man Zach Ertz is going to retire. So, it's tough. That injury was terrible. Okay. Backup quarterbacks, you already know Marcus Mariota. Now that Kliff Kingsbury is gone, watch out. Marcus might be out of here. See, that was one of them ones I had him staying. But now that Kliff gone, wherever Kliff end up, he drafting a quarterback. So if Kliff go with the Vegas job because they got the #1 overall pick and they was looking at him to be the OC, now you got a Marcus Mariota to kind of mentor you in your system, and you got the quarterback #1, boom, bop, boom, right? Same situation he was in here with Washington. That's the setup he want, and that's the setup he gonna end up getting, more or less, And so that's kind of dope for him, That's dope for him. That's dope for him. But nah, you know what I'm saying? That's dope for him, man. Who else we got here? Austin Eckler, Jeremy McNichols. Okay. Eckler's burst after those injuries, and now he's gone. Okay. It's time for a youth movement. You already know C-Raw gonna get the tender. Okay. I saw some Julian Love highlights today. I'm interested. I'm interested in Julian Love. But I'm more interested in who the offensive coordinator going to be. Like, I'm more interested in that right now. Like, I'm really curious who going to help us pick these players, these grocery lists, right? Because this is the best part of the season, for real, when you get to pick your grocery list, okay? But now you got to pick the man that's going to help you pick the groceries. Damn, DQ, you done gave yourself so much work to do, and then now it's just, I ain't gonna lie, I'm excited, man. New beginnings, man. New times, bro. 5-12 season, you gotta respect the fact that they was like, we not running it back. We not. Strategic move my ass. Mutually part ways mean, hey, say, bro, go ahead and leave. We not gonna say we fired you simply because we know you out here looking for head coaching jobs. But yeah, you fired. That's really what mutually part ways mean. I'm just letting y'all know if y'all didn't know that. Jay McNichols, free agency. I don't know, bro. I like McNichols, man, but I want a youth movement. But McNichols, he a great special teamer, man. He seemed like a great teammate. Let me know in the comment section who you keeping on this free agent list. You know what I'm saying? Again, I'm guesstimating about 23 of these players are gonna be gone. Okay. Especially with these coordinators out of here now, like Noah Brown, get him out of here. Get him out of here. He healthy. When healthy, he reliable. The problem is, it's the when healthy part. All right. Availability matters. You heard JD, right? The best ability is availability. And JD wasn't available last year. So that can't happen again next year. We need my mans around because I don't want to have that hard conversation with y'all. All right. And you can't keep using these roster spots on Bama's that ain't gonna be here, man. Noah Brown, an injury-prone king, man. Let him walk. Traylon Burks, I would bring him back. Still young, got upside, cheap wide receiver 4. Give him a look. But let me be clear, this does not solve our skill position problem by just bringing back a Traylon Burks. Okay? Or even if you brought back just a Deebo Samuel, that does not solve our problem from a skill position standpoint. The edge and D-line, Dietrich Wise was good when he was healthy in the beginning. He looked nice that first game. Then he got hurt, right? Unfortunately, he was on a 1-year deal, my boy. So, and that injury, I don't know what your rehab looking like. So, if you come back, it's gonna be on some real team-friendly deal. And I ain't even counting you against the cap right now. So we need to go out there and get some more D linemen and some more edges, obviously, in free agency. Okay. But it's time to move on. Again, we need to get some younger Bamas out here. Jalen Holmes, hey, minimal impact. Gone. Jacob Martin, Drake Jackson. I like them guys. Drake Jackson ain't even show me nothing. He ain't had no time to show me nothing. He was just getting in shape, playing shape, like in the game shape. So, hey, whatever. But they're young legs, man. Keep them. They cheap and they rotational depth, right? But that don't stop us from adding an elite edge rusher via free agency or the draft. And I heard you yesterday, Adam Peters. I heard you. Okay, you was adamant. I feel like you want an edge rusher in the draft. Okay, I'm telling you, it could be an edge rusher. It could be Julian Love. It could be Caleb Downs. I don't care, bro. As long as you get these coordinators, y'all get these coordinators right, and then y'all pick the groceries and get the free agents right, and then yeah, build that draft how you need to. Okay, build that draft how you need to. But I don't want to. I'm not drafting no depth edges. Okay, I'm not drafting a depth edge. That's what I'm saying. Like that's my pet. We not doing that. If we drafting the edge, it need to come in the first round. You know, and you might be able to sell me in the third round joint if the Bama got behavioral issues. I'ma say, okay. You know, you know how they do Bamas. You know how they be doing Bamas. All right, so the O-line swing pieces we've been having: Wiley, Noah Fant, what's that? Trent Scott, Niang. I think he got injured early. Those patchwork solutions, man. Chris Paul, he young. Like what I seen from Chris Paul for most of the season. I think the last game I seen him and I ain't like him in. I think that might have been one of his worst games against that game against the Eagles. Was one of his worst games. So you know, we better keep him around. But I still think you need to bring in more competition regardless. So replace everybody else through the draft and free agency. All right, I'm talking the youth movement for real. Okay, the secondary got torched weekly. Okay, got torched weekly, bro. Okay, and not just the secondary, linebacker unit as well. Okay, and I'm gonna touch on them in just a second. But you got Jonathan Jones, he a vet. The production was there, bro. The production was there for Jonathan Jones. But it didn't match the deal, bro. Okay, like he was productive, but it didn't match the deal. Okay, you get my drift. Noah speed, traits, upside, still young, cheap resign. I'm good with that. Noah remind me of Olamide Zaccheaus, who we should have kept. Right? That's the kind of players you keep around, right? They the bottom of your roster and they competing. Okay, they'll never be a starter. But if they come to start in the pinch, not a bad situation. Linebacker, bro, my former position, bro. Oh man. Listen, I already talked about B-Wags. So I'm just gonna say I think we need to bring in somebody. Okay, I would like to bring in Devin Lloyd. I'm raising my hand. I'll start the collection plate. You know what I'm saying? I will start the collection plate for Devin Lloyd. Okay, like so. Also in the chat, I want y'all to say who are your major major free agents you want the Commanders front office to look at. Okay, y'all let me know that in the chat as well. I need to know these things, man. I need to know these things. Okay, this is all important information for me. All right, I don't even know what to put this joint in this new setup, bro. It's just crazy. There's too much going on. But anyway, we'll figure that out at another time, man. The kickers, all right? Let's we ain't done yet. We got the kickers to talk about. Trustway, elite, bro. Okay, elite. Bring him back. Trustway can play here until he don't want to play no more. Okay, that's just my opinion. I ain't trying to deal with no young punter and him shanking kicks and stuff like that, bro. I'm good with old reliable, dog. Trustway don't give me no problems, dog. Like his leg warm, he be good money, man. He a good morale guy, good for the Commanders, little network and all that. Jake Moody, the kicker, listen, he did miss that kick against the Eagles, but listen, open competition. I'm not panicking. Bring him back and bring somebody else in camp just to make him work and to see if that other guy better. But bring in somebody that can beat him. Not no camp fodder. I don't want nothing like that. But bottom line, when it comes to the free agency situation, is kill list, bro. It's gonna be 20 plus players walking easily. All right. Dumping agent contracts, you're gonna keep the young upside and you're reloading the trenches, the secondary, and potentially the wide receiver unit, the tight end unit, as well as the damn linebacking unit. Okay. So the roster gets younger and faster. If you notice, we got a lot of units, right, that need that youth infusion, that need that elite talent infusion, bro. Because we got the bread, bro. Got anywhere from about, you see reports up to $90 million, bro. So these coordinator positions are going to be hot commodities. Like, let it not be twisted. Like, just like free agents want to come here, you got your Rashad Whites of the world showing, him retweeting fans or whatever, showing, hey, I'm trying to be in DC. I hear you, bro. I'm gonna say this, y'all. Gerard B, we good on Rashad White. It's other running backs that we could go get. It's other running backs. But if we was to get him, okay, that was a decision that the new offensive coordinator made. But I think with $90 million, the offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator are going to be looking at they like, oh, Adam Peters, we get to spend all of this money? We get to spend all this money. Okay, my boy. So let me know who y'all think they should spend this money on, okay? Because you know how I'm feeling. Spend it. It ain't yours. Well, it is. But their main investment is JD, all right? The main investment is Jaden Daniels, and everything flows from that, okay? Unfortunately, most times when you draft a talent like that, the organizations, the teams rely on him to carry the entire organization week in and week out. And a player his magnitude, sometimes he will, like he did in 2024. But that's just because he's that type of player. But the goal, hey, and if y'all watch anime, you should know what the goal is. It's to be plus ultra, bro. All right? Shout you out, Midoriya. It's supposed to be plus ultra, bro. Like, if Jaden playing at an elite level or close to elite level, then the roster around him should turn that into something unstoppable. Okay? That means skilled players that actually have skill, right? My quarterback elevates you. Elevate the quarterback. Can we get some players that do that? Like you get elevated in return? We got mutual elevation? Oh, shit. Okay. Free agency, man, we probably looking at a limited, okay, but impactful young receiver talent in the free agency, bro. Everybody screaming for Alec Pierce. I seen Falcons fans screaming for him. I've seen Tennessee Titans fans screaming for him. Listen, bro. Alec Pierce is going to be a hot commodity out there. All right. I think he's the young, hot receiver in the market, the upcoming receiver in the market. I ain't even really looked at the free agency list just yet. So that's something to think about. That means the draft matters, bro, because if the Commanders go defensive number 7, like most projections are saying, then the third round pick that we got, unless we do some trades, got to be an offensive playmaker, right? A receiver, a tight end, a weapon, a mismatch, somebody they got a game plan for. Just like your first round pick got to get game plan for. Your third round pick got to get game plan for. Because we can't leave JD out there again, man, with duct tape and hope. All right? We can't do it, bro. You got to inject elite talent. The same way you're going to do it on the offensive side, you got to do it on the defense, bro. Pass rushers who close out games, defenders who going to get that ball back, a unit that protects our franchise and our franchise quarterback, which is synonymous for Jaden Daniels, number 5, if y'all not familiar. You should be if you're on my channel. This is Gerard B, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Welcome if you're new. If you're catching this on replay, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Definitely let me know in the comment section who you want to be your OC, your DC, your free agents you want, as well as who you want that first draft pick to be, okay? Or do you want us to trade back? I want to hear it all. I get active in the comment section, you know what I'm saying? And we growing this channel the right way, man. So remember, I want a roster that instead of leaning on the quarterback, they prop the quarterback up. That's what I want, bro. Like, I want mutual elevation from these players, man. And with $90 million in cap space and the number 7 pick, 2 coordinator vacancies, Adam Peters and Dan Quinn got a rare opportunity, dog. They got a rare opportunity, dog. They asked him in his press conference, was this similar to San Francisco? This way different than San Francisco now. They ain't fired both their coordinators that second season. So, yeah, this about to get lit. Oh, it's not. I think it's going to get lit, though, right? But it's an opportunity to turn flashes, all right, the flashes we be seeing sometimes, into straight-up dominance, bro, because JD great. And if the roster finally matches him, bro, the team ain't just going to be competitive. It's going to be terrifying, bro, for the foreseeable future, and that's what we're looking for. So Commanders Nation, it's your turn, man. It's your turn. I told y'all what I need y'all to do, man. Told y'all, drop them players drop them players you want in the chat, okay? That you want to keep, the free agencies that you want to keep, okay? Also, go ahead and let me know who you yeet straight to the airport. Yeet! Get that boy out of here. All right, hey, I'm walking you out, right? Who is that? Also, let me know about free agency. Who you want to pick up in the free agency, as well as who is your draft dream? Who is that one player you got to have? Okay. Offensive, defensive coordinator as well. Break it all down for me in the chat, man, because I'm definitely going to read them. And I'm going to react to everything everybody's saying. If y'all ain't saying shit, I'm going to say something. It's my channel, baby. Because Gerard BTV, bro, we be lit. And listen, man, it's Burgundy and Gold, bro. We never fold. Appreciate y'all for rocking with the kid. Hey, we out.